welcome back to my channel, The Earthstar Tribrid. I am your host, The Earthstar Tribrid. So today we're doing another pick a card reading. It's going to be spells, rituals, and hexes. Oh my. We're going to be looking about who is doing it to you, what kind was being done, when was it done, where did it take place, why did they do it, and how did they go about doing the spell work. Okay, so disclaimer, remember to always use your discernment and do what comes naturally to you. Not everything will resonate. If it doesn't, don't make it fit, and that's okay if it doesn't. Just, if that pile does not resonate with you, try again, okay? Please keep your health in mind while doing breathing exercises. Don't overdo it, and remember to know your limit. There are many ways to use your intuition. Some pick by their favorite color, number, stone, etc. Some go by the first thing that comes to mind or the first thing they see. It always depends on you. However, if you are new to your intuition, here are a few ways to activate it. 1. No distraction. That was a distraction. That's like confirmation right there. Make sure there are no distractions. I got my cat playing right now. She's so cute. No distractions. 2. Pause the video during the selection process around this time and sit still while facing the video. You are then going to close your eyes, clear your mind, and while you're repeating the title of the video, take 3 to 5 deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. If you're extra stressed or anything like that, if you remember how they told you to roll your neck from side to side to help stretch out your neck muscles, do that while you're doing your breathing. Again, I would suggest to also be sitting down if you're doing that to avoid vertigo or lightheadedness if you have those issues. Once you are done, and if you've been rolling your neck, put your head back into its original alignment. You're going to open your eyes, and they are going to fall upon a chosen pile. It will either be above or below or right dead on, which is fine. Okay, as long as it's right in that pile. Now, every now and again, you might hit in between a pile, whether it's above or below or completely dead center. If that happens, you want to look into those 2 piles, and again, that can happen in any in order, like you can do it over here type deal. All right, now, if you open your eyes and you look at one and your eyes dart over to, like, let's just say, like you opened up purple and then you dart over to red, you're going to want to look at the purple and then the red. Okay, so, but that's just an example. All right, the second way is to close your eyes and cover them with your hands tightly. As you repeat the title of the video and do your breathing, the shape and or color of the chosen block will appear, but obviously they're all the same shape, so you're going to be looking at color. All right, this also works when learning to align your chakras. If more than one color or shape appears, check out each of those piles. It is normal to choose more than one. Okay, also keep in mind 333 that when doing these piles, this may just give you confirmation of something that's already happened in the past. Because this could be happening now, this could have happened before, and this is just going to give you confirmation. If you feel like this is something that's happened to you in the past, and you're so many years away from that or whatever, I would probably go back to the title of the video and repeat spells, rituals, and hexes that have been done on me recently. What spells, rituals, and hexes have been done on me recently? That is how you're going to repeat the title of the video. If you feel like it's been like so long ago, you're probably thinking like maybe somebody's doing something to you now versus like something that's happened to you like since you were a kid or anything like that, like far back when. So, like I said, if that's the case, if you just want to know in general, you're just going to sit here and say spells and like who has been doing spells and rituals and hexes on me, and if it's something that you feel like that's happened to you a long time ago and you want something a little bit more recent because you feel like something's happening more recently, you would want to say, who has been doing spells, rituals, and hexes on me recently? Okay, so that will give you a little bit more, like, who might have been doing it like this past month, this past year, something along those lines. So just remember to do that while you are doing your piles. And always remember, you can always come back to choose a different pile. All right, this is timeless. So, like, again, if later on down the road you feel like something's happened and you just want to know, you can always try again. All right, and it might give you a different pile that time. Who knows? So, all right, guys, go ahead and take a moment, choose your pile. This is pile 1, purple. Pile 2 is yellow. Pile 3 is blue. Pile 4 is red. And pile number 5 is green. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. With that being said, good luck, and I will see you on your chosen pile. Hello and welcome back. Oh, I had to timestamp. My apologies. Okay. I wrote it. I pressed play. I was like, oh, snap! Before I forget, timestamp. All right. Come on. There we go. All right. So we're doing, like I said, we're doing the who, what, when, where, why, and how. So the Harry Potter. They wanted me to use the Harry Potter deck. The Harry Potter deck is telling me why the person did it. This is around. This is the time frame. It's not always going to resonate. This could be with a few different people. Somebody could have done something to you around game time. We've got autumn equinox and game time. That could be around what? Football time? Football season? Lunar eclipse? Retrograde? A chance encounter? The fact that somebody's name could be chance for all I know. Somebody's name could be chance. But we have, or those letters are in it somewhere in the name. But we have chance encounter, by chance, and then no chance. So that will resonate with you because with this, if somebody tried to do something to you by retrograde or around retrograde time, then it was probably like not the right time to do it. You can have met somebody by chance in the autumn time, and again with the lunar. All right, so when I'm looking at the why here, for why somebody did something to you, we have Firebolt Broomstick, Buckbeak, the Goblet of Fire, Potions, Durmstring, Strong, Ship, and Tri-Wizard Cup. Alright, so when I look at what the Firebolt was, right? Where are you at? The Firebolt is a world-class broomstick. So you're probably looking at somebody who is a world-class, like, sorcerer, witch, warlock, wizard, whatever you want to call it, right? And then you have the Hippogriff. Griff. It's a highly dangerous magical beast, territorial and proud. So those could be the witches or warlock, whoever it is, attributes. Like, they're a highly dangerous person. They ever feel if they're ever disrespected, it sounds like they would put something on you if you disrespect them in the way. They're probably very territorial and very proud. With the territorial and proud, if he or she feels that somebody else is better than they are at something, they will go out of their way to put something on you. Okay? That's what it sounds like this type of person is. Now with the Goblet of Fire, check this out. Alright, so to put forward in their candidacy, students merely had to write their name on a piece of parchment and put it in the goblet's flame. When the time came for the champions to be selected, the goblet would then choose one student from each school by spitting out their name in a rush of red flames. Once chosen, the participant... Will you hold on a second, please? Once chosen, the participants were subject to a binding magical contract in which they could not back out of in the tournament. So, yeah. So, and with the potions here, and then the Drumstrike strip, and then the Triversa Cup, it looks like the reason for it is because, like, the reason why is because they wanted your alchemy. They wanted your ten of cups and your ace of cups. They wanted all. They when they say man, what's that idiom for ships? It's something about ships. I don't know. Oh man, that's pissed me off. I just had it in my head and then it was gone. So it looks like they wanted your alchemy. They wanted your ten of cups. They wanted your ace of cups. They wanted your abundance. Whatever. Like, it's kind of like a destiny swap. It looks like they were trying to do a destiny swap. Honestly. We have here where it could have happened. It doesn't have to be. It could literally somebody could have hired somebody over like the phone or the internet or something like that in order to be able to do this, right? So we have Canada, Australia, mountains. Again, this could be that, or this could be confirming where you are. You need to put it how it resonates. We have Midwest, attic, born and raised. We have World War I here. But what I'm getting with this is that the Europe, Middle East, parts of Africa, Asia Pacific. We had the butcher, baker, candlestick maker, so somebody could work in a grocery store. Somebody can be a work colleague. So this could have been done at work. We got take me to church, something about a church. Could be any church. Water fantasies. Somebody could have gone to a pool, waterfall, done something in a shower, a bath. Like, I'm getting cauldron. You know what I mean? Something along those lines. They could have done they could have been around any type of water to be able to do this. This could have been like at a river or like I said, like a spring, a waterfall. Like, I don't think it would be like a pool, shower, bath, or hot tub. I mean, it could be a pool because it's going to be outdoors and it's a lot calming. But whenever you're trying to do water rituals, it's best to have free-flowing water. So if you can go to a creek or a river or anything like that, it would be better to do it there. Not saying that you should, but if you were to do it, it would be best to be out in like in front of a creek or river, some type of moving body of water that's always flowing, because you also got the sound. Like, it's not just the water itself, the feel of it, but it's the sound, it's the energy around you, it's earth, it's grounding and stuff like that. It's more of a natural area, more natural element. We have medieval. We have, again, it's somebody could be like, this could have happened in Rome. We had the Catholic Church again, so maybe something about church. Somebody could go to church, or somebody did it. Because some churches have cemeteries, so maybe somebody did some graveyard magic, or with the graveyard dirt, or cemetery dirt, or whatever. And then we got basement. Okay, somebody could have done something in their basement, and somebody could have done something in their attic. Right, so something along those lines. So this is where, and for who, this could work for who as well. So we can put this as with the who also. Somebody could be a work colleague. Somebody can be Canadian. Somebody can be Australian. Again, somebody could be a butcher, a baker, or a candlestick maker. Who knows? You got seventh house. Somebody could be the Chinese zodiac of the snake. And this was 2025, and last year, Game Time Autumn Equinox 2025, somebody could have done that. We have Rooster. The last Rooster one was 2017. The next one's going to be 2029. So again, not the right time, not the right moment. So in the next few years, somebody could be doing something to you. As long as you keep up with your spiritual maintenance, you might get a little effect, but you won't get the whole shebang because it's just going to rebound and it's going to go back. A return to sender. What I like to do, I like to write them down. I like to write things down so that way I don't lose my train of thought and my brain doesn't go 100 different thousand directions when I'm trying to get out one fucking thought. It's annoying. So that's why I write so much, to be able to make sure that everything I say comes out coherent. So when you're doing a return to sender, what I normally do is I, say, dear God, spirit guides, answer, yada yada, whoever you're gonna do it for, right? I start then by giving thanks, like thanks for the air I breathe, the water I drink, the food we eat, keeping my home, my family happy, just giving my thanks. Then, if I want to say, if I found out something happened out in the news, I'll say, please help the families get, the missing families get home safely. Something like that. If something like that's happening in the news or whatever, or something significant going on in my life, obviously. But then I would do at the very bottom, as a return to sender. Okay, so I would say, please take all, and I would highly suggest saying every single one verbatim, okay? Because dark magic, black magic is very, very vague. All types of magic is vague. You need to be so specific when you're asking for help or anything like that. You need to be specific, because if you're not, it can just... for example, I wish I had $100, and instead of getting $100, you get $100. Deer with antlers. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? So you need to be very specific about what you're asking for and what you're returning the sender to. So I usually just cover all the bases, okay? If you want to look up exactly how many there are, you can. Like, you could just say, please send all dark, black, death, sex, mirror, glamour, graveyard, like, yada, 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 yada. You get my point. Back to sender, times 3, times 10, times 100, whatever number you want. Please and thank you. And then how you normally finish, like I normally, when I care about somebody, I say, love always, my name, your name, whatever, however you want to do it. You can do it like that. You're going to light a candle. You're going to light an incense. Again, make sure when you're doing anything with fire, you're not around anything that's going to set stuff ablaze. Okay? So just make sure you do, when you do your return to sender, you can either burn it. Some people write it on a plate and then shoot it up in the air and then shoot it. Like, throw it up in the air and then shoot it. You can do that. It's returning the sender. It's letting go and sending anything back away from you. Or you can just, you can keep on throwing away whatever, but just know that you have to leave your return to sender paper next to, like on your altar, like if you have an altar or something like that. You can do a return to sender that way. Spirit, but if you do a return to sender, you always got to remember to sage your home, sage your car, detox. Like, those are the, and then pray, obviously. Those are going to help you clear out any type of magic or projections that are being sent out towards you. Because like I said, if you feel off in any way, you might have had somebody done something to you. So you might want to get started on doing that. Again, it's saying 2029, so there's a good possibility this may not happen for you until that time frame. So just make sure you maintain spiritual maintenance. All right. We also got Saturn. Status, equitable, punishment, wisdom, ambition, patience, honor, toughness, pessimism, hardships, and fatalism. Guard of karma and justice. Aquarius and Capricorn. We got Taurus. We got Aquarius again, Pisces, Sag, first house, which is Aries, and any water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. These could be your signs, and it's just giving you clarification of what you thought has already gone on, or this could be the signs of the people who might be doing this to you. All right. All right, don't go anywhere. We're not done yet. We still got to go through the other ones. I also have some general messages and some oracles that could give you some advice on the situation as well. So, but yeah, they're done. This person, whoever did it is not some noob. Okay, this is a world class cursor, if you will. And once you've been selected, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure they get what they want. They may do this several times too, especially if you're very strong, spiritual-wise. Okay, so this one is what kind of magic did they do? We got fear, innovation. This could have been your true twin, because it's asking me what kind. Well, it's telling me what kind it was done. Okay, it's definitely a binding ritual. Because remember the Goblet of Fire was saying, like, once the person's chosen, they're in a binded contract, and then you got the bindings here as well. I'm probably gonna have to put more up this way real quick. This pile is how they went about doing it. And they were trying to do this to an Earth Angel? Or an Earth Star? Bruh. How dumb can you be? If this person... They were trying to take your protection. They were trying to take your innovation. They were trying to induce fear. With surprise here, I'm getting like inconveniences. Like they were trying to send you inconveniences to just upheaval your life in some way, and upheaval your structure. Like say for example, everything's going fine, then all of a sudden your car breaks down. It's like, oh, what the fuck? What's wrong now? Like it's just trying to get you out of your element. And got reckless spending. They wanted you. The thing is like. They wanted you to come. They wanted to take that from you. They can't. They wanted you out of chastity. They can't. They wanted you out of that Earth Star energy. They can't. They wanted you to lose patience. They can't. They wanted you to lose your protection. They can't. They wanted you to recklessly spend. No. We got theatrical. Somebody did some traveling to go somewhere. One second. I finally remembered it, by the way. I was looking for something else, but as I was doing that, like, I finally remembered. Waiting for your ships to come in. That's what it was, okay? So the meaning for that is hoping or waiting for a major stroke of luck, wealth, or success to finally happen. So somebody's somebody's like a world-class, proud, territorial, alchemist that's waiting for their ships to come. That's waiting for their ships to come in, like their magic to work, so they can get this Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups, unconditional. Like, why did they do it? They wanted you. They wanted your spiritual awakening, your intuition, your unconditional love, emotional beginnings. They want everything. This is a destiny swap. This one is definitely a destiny swap. Oh, that's weird. I thought it was okay. So the what kind is it's a destiny swap. So they're trying and they're running out of time because this is coming out right underneath shit, waiting for their ships to come in. That's what I was trying to get from earlier. So waiting for their ships to come in is running out of time. Not a lot of time left. Okay. This witch or warlock could also be in fear that what they try to do isn't working, and it's surprising the fuck out of them that it's not working. Because they tried doing this to an emperor who's a true twin, where they are a karmic twin, or you could be a true twin and the person that you're with turned karmic, or maybe you're not even fully with them, because we got chastity here. They were trying to take your fertility. They were trying to take everything from you, honestly. This is just a greedy son of a bitch that literally can't do things for themselves, so they gotta sit here and take things from other people. They wanted you to recklessly spend. Okay, so we got Aquarius, Scorpio, Aquarius again, Libra. We also have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and we have Aries up here as well as the Emperor. We have all air signs. We had all water signs. Water signs came out. We have Sag, Libra, Taurus, Cancer. Somebody could have Cancer. Leo and Gemini. So the type of magic, the type of magic that they were doing, the kind of it was definitely Destiny Swap. Or you could be dealing with a true karmic twin. You know, we could just combine the two, true karmic twin. You could have thought this person was a true twin, but they're actually a karmic twin. It also kind of looked like the way that this is looking, it's kind of like they wanted you, to, croak. Or get you arrested. They wanted something to happen where you will be binded to the point that you wouldn't be able to you wouldn't be able to have your ships come in. So you would lose your ships. So they would be like, okay, so they say the ships are coming in, and then they realize the dock that they were supposed to go to was destroyed, right? And that was your dock. Somebody destroyed your dock that the ships were supposed to come to give you your abundance. So the ships had to go to a different dock, and they ended up going to this bitch's dock. Or that's what he or she is trying to do. But again, if you keep up your spiritual maintenance, you won't have a problem. Because if you don't keep up your spiritual maintenance and you go to live in Karmicville for a little bit, you're gonna feel the effects. You're gonna feel a lot of lust energy, a lot of impatientness. You're gonna get angry like I said, with no patience there, you're gonna lose your patience. The fact that these two are out, one's up, one's down. One has no time. And the fact that this is flipped around, says be patient, you have a lot of time. They don't have a lot of time. And you probably don't have a lot of time either if you don't do your spiritual maintenance. If you don't do your spiritual maintenance, this shit's going to hit you. Right? You have to maintain your spiritual maintenance. All right? Now this is the how. You could definitely be dealing with somebody who's older than you. Maybe somebody who's a little lazy, doesn't like to do a lot of stuff. Catalyst, debts. This is how they did it. Okay, you might be dealing with somebody older than you, or you might be dealing with somebody younger than you. It depends on where it is. You need to flip it where it needs to go. Or it could be both. A young person could have gone to see an older person. Alright, so rebirth is underneath the firebolt, which is going to be that world-class sorcerer, Wicca, witch, whatever you want to call it. They wanted a rebirth to their life. You know what I mean? They wanted to fan the flame. And the fact that Goblet of Fire is out here. Principalities. What did I say the principalities were? Watch over nations, cities, and large groups of people. Yeah, these guys don't have them. Okay, so what I'm getting with these here, like how did they do it? It sounds like with kindness, and she's offering a gesture of like kindness here. It looks that somebody went to an occultist. 8th house is an occultist. Somebody went to an occultist to do some fire magic. That's what it's like. And depending on the level, because what I'm getting with this is that the moths drawn to the flame, they burn up. There could have been some type of sacrifice. And with this in reverse, this is giving me demonic energy. So they're dealing with demonic energy. It's whoever they're asking for help from is not of the divine, is not of the light. It is a dark entity. They could be lazy, or this could be something they were doing to you, but this is how they went about doing it. Garbage. Somebody could have taken somebody's sock. A sock, because I'm looking at the laundry here. There's a sock. There's the garbage. If you're a female, like blowing your nose, or if you had especially, okay, blood specifically. This, if you're a female, it could be, you know, like hygiene products, used hygiene products, or this could be in the sense like you blew your nose, or your nose was bleeding, you were throwing things away. They could have taken it. But I'm also, what's really coming up to me right here, I mean, obviously other than the flies, but if you look, out of all that laundry, I drew there a random ass sock. So somebody could just take in your sock, or somebody went through your garbage and took something personal of yours. So it looks like somebody took something of yours to an occultist, a world-class occultist. This could have, like, it could have been done at the fire, but it could also be done at night under the light of the moon. And with this here, I'm getting more of like an offering to a lower entity. It looks, I'm again, you could have drank something because it had your saliva on it. It could be a coat. It could be, fuck, I can see his hair. It could be hair. It could be anything that was personally yours, whether you wore it, drink it, or bled on it. Okay? Doesn't matter. They took something of yours and he either did fire magic or dirt magic. But it's definitely under the night of the moon. But okay. I don't know why it's so cold in here all of a sudden. It wasn't cold earlier. Alright, so interesting. So how did they go about doing this? They might have used a catalyst twin. Okay. I mean, this could be a parental. Okay. Ooh. Okay, this is what I'm getting. There could be somebody. What are you doing? Stop it. You guys are distracting me. Stop it. Alright, one second. Okay. So it looks like that there is a what do you call it? What was I saying? There was a player energy that's a catalyst twin that may have went to either a parent or a parental figure. Okay, because it looks like somebody used some. Because we look. This may not even be for her. Like, say this is a girl. Say some dude. We're just going to use the gender that's on the freaking cards here. Say some dude or some chick went to go see, where's she at? Right here. An elderly person. Somebody, because it's saying a world class. It was saying a world class broomstick. So I don't think somebody who's young would have that world class status. At that point, I think this is going to be somebody they went to who's done this before. And they used a catalyst twin. Okay. So this could have been the energy that they were putting you on. So like say they wanted your abundance and your good luck and your fortune and stuff. In order for that to happen, you need to stop doing what you're doing. Okay? But you're not doing that. Or this could be the catalyst twin. Say you yourself are also a spiritualist. Maybe not like how this one is, but say you are a spiritualist. And this person who's sitting here watching you, especially if you have a channel, sitting here watching you just like, why can't I have that? I want that. Why can't I have that? Well, if you get off your ass and do something with yourself, you probably can. And that doesn't mean get off your ass and go do some fucking spell work. Because it looks like, okay, you see how, like, he's sitting here all, blah, blah, blah. He wants this. He wants this player lifestyle. He wants this fancy sunglasses, the nice car, trying to look all cool and hip. There's a tattoo on his neck, so maybe he wants to get a tattoo, or maybe he has tattoos. It could be something along those lines. Man, I drew this thing. Like, a lot of these cards, like, the angel ones I've had, and the heaven ones, this one, those ones are pretty relatively new. But, like, this one, and a lot of the other ones, I made, like, 3-4 years ago for myself to try, to learn it, and, to connect and everything. But it looks like, okay, so anyway. So it looks like somebody went to a parental figure, or this could be a parental figure of yours. Like, say these parental, like, oh my goodness. Say you were like this at first, okay? And then you decided to get off your ass and you became a catalyst. You changed. You went from having past due payments and embarrassing situations to having, the good life, right? It could be something like that. And your freaking parents who were like sitting here saying like, oh, well, they're probably not the mountain. They're too about themselves. They're too much of a party person, yada, yada, yada. They're never going to amount to anything. And then you do, but you've already cut them off, so they can't even sit at your table. you know? So now that they can't sit at your table, they want to ruin things for you. Now, again, not everybody is going to have people who go to these lengths, but unfortunately, there are some chicken-headed bitches out there. They ain't got no life or any ambition at all. So they have to go do some shit like this. Okay? Like, it's fucking disgusting, honestly. We have time out here 3 times. Because, not in this one, but we had the 2 hourglasses in the other one, and then we had the sundial over here. Either something's going to happen in a matter of time, or somebody's got a certain amount of time for something to take effect, or it's going back. I mean, man, okay, hold on. Hold on a second. There's this, okay. So, I had to, it bothers me when I start to get things, but I can see it, but for whatever reason, the words can't come out for it, so I had to go look it up. So, what came to mind was the trailer to Back to the Future, the first one, okay? So, I typed it in, started watching it, because I was just like, because I'm seeing it in my eye, and I'm like, they were saying something in there, and I just, so I had to watch it. On the license plate of that car, it says out of time. Okay? Also, there is an older man telling a younger person, a younger man, okay? Older and younger, alright? Telling him, you're about to see some serious shit. Okay? I haven't finished watching it. I just wanted to sit there and say that part. Give me one more second. I'm going to have to go back and forth here. Okay. Another thing is that fire was involved. And remember I was talking about maybe fire might have been involved. Also, this stuff was done at night. Okay. Everything that was in there about the car saying out of time and then shooting off into, nothing and disappearing. Then there was the flames where the tires used to be, or where the tire tracks were. And then it said this October. Okay. We had, where is it at? We had game time. Alright? Autumn equinox. Okay, October is obviously past autumn equinox because autumn equinox is September 20th. However, I feel like that's giving more like clarification on the fact that they may have only 1 year. They either have 1 year or they have until this upcoming autumn equinox to do something. They have until the end of summer to get something done. Wait a minute. Sorry, I'm looking for something specific. Okay, so that might have been the one that I was looking at. Where are you at? Okay, so or is it? Okay, so that symbol right there is a symbol for summer. Okay, I thought maybe I saw the actual summer card, but no, it's just the summer symbol. Okay, 1 second. By the way, George and McFly can be significant to somebody. 1 second. Okay, so there's something about dirt, because somebody ran into a truck of manure, so maybe some type of fertilizer could be somewhat significant to how they did it. But also, I don't know what happened to this person, but in there he's like, listen to this, and like he's holding a bloody tissue or something to his head, so there's blood. And then somebody's also, and then what's his? I forget his name, the kid's name in the movie, but he's playing a guitar, so somebody might play guitar. And there was something about school, so somebody might be going to school or does schooling or teach it, or maybe there's a teacher. 1 second. Okay, so yeah. So that's all I got for that. I had to watch that because I was just like, there's something in that, like there's something about that really, so somebody could ride skateboards or used to ride skateboards when they were younger. I don't know. I'm getting skater boy vibes. But it just sounds like somebody doesn't want to do the work, so they want to try and steal abundance. So say this person, the person that did it didn't want to do it for themselves, but somebody paid somebody to do it for them. The material outweighs the matters of the heart. If that's the case, will the person who did the spell work receive karma? Will the person who paid for the spell work, will they receive karma? Who will get the worst end of it? The person that paid for it or the person that did it? So the person who paid for the spell work, if it is rebounded, and keep in mind also a part in the movie or the trailer that I watched, it said, we're going to send you back to the future. Yes, send back, return to sender, we send that shit back, send it back. Be like, I didn't order this, bye. No, I didn't mean, that's not, no, I don't know who you're talking about. I must have one of those faces. No, send it back. So it could be something like that, and they have a certain amount of time for it to work, or, the action, war. We got Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn out here, and with the death here, because when I say death, we got Saturn here, so that's also karma, but what I'm getting with the winter is death, because in winter everything dies, okay? So they probably have until autumn equinox or maybe even winter, or this could be a year from the time that they did it to be able to get this to work. Because if it doesn't, this shit is going to hit them hard. If it was a guy or a girl that went to an older person or maybe a couple to be able to get this destiny swap, he or she is going to get a lot of karma. They might have tried to get into your Akashic records, but because it's in reverse, they can't get into your Akashic records. They were probably with foundation self-care. You have probably done. You most likely did the work. You could have been in this sloth energy at one point in time in your life, but you've obviously worked your way out of it. And you worked your ass off hard to be able to get this, right? So whatever this is must be something very desirable for somebody to go to these lengths to try and take it from you. But again, they have a certain amount of time. And the fact this is on a 12, it could be they have 1 year. Or 12 weeks. And 12 weeks is 3 months, and that's the end of the summer. That should be the autumn equinox. So I'm getting like 12 weeks to a year. Alright. Now we are going to get into your general messages, and then we're going to get into your oracle cards. 1 second. Okay. I need my music. There it goes. Oh, let me turn that down a little bit. I had to turn it up so I can listen to the trailer. Alright, so these little cards. We say, you make me want to be a better person. I think of you having my first child. Would you roleplay cosplay with me? My bed feels empty without you in it. Being with you gets me wet/hard. Every time you are near me, I just want to pull you close and have my way with you. Sneak away with me. And reverse cowgirl. Okay, so with mandate of heaven here, this is kind of giving me like the sense of if you are a very abundant person, This could be something that was, divinely mandated to be given to you and to you alone. So depending on what energy you are in, if you are in that sloth energy, is a very good chance and a very good high probability that this magic will work. However, if you are not in that negative, lower energy, like working out of it, like not working out of your sacral chakra in the sense of being creative, but working out of your sacral chakra in the sense of being lusty, it could definitely allow shit to come in and fuck with you. Okay? But just know, like, it could delay it, but it can't be taken away from you. 69 energy. You will exceed. Look at that. You will succeed great abundance. They don't want you to be successful, but you will keep going. You have been targeted to steal your wealth and abundance. They thought you'd be lost without them, but you're too strong. Survivor, no longer a victim. You are above average. Don't you fucking forget it. Somebody wants to dominate. This could be somebody wants to dominate the charts, or somebody wants to dominate you. This could be another fire sign who is a hater, or somebody is hating on a fire sign. In the Arms of an Angel, Sarah McLachlan. The names can be significant, or the song. Anytime a song pops up, you might want to listen to it. There could be another message in there. Somebody is a mistress or wanted to make you their mistress. Pharaoh. Remember when I was talking about like a world-class, witch, warlock, whatever? I'm getting like with the Pharaoh, that's with the hierarchy. But what I'm also getting, you're an Earth Star child. So this Pharaoh spirit is not spiritually higher than you. If you, why can't I do? Okay. I'm like, I feel like I'm about to contort my arms. Okay, so say this Pharaoh is the one that did the magic. Because you are this, the Earth Star child, spiritually speaking, you outrank this motherfucker. Bye. Okay? Wants to tie you up and blindfold you. Red Room, 50 Shades of Grey. That's that dominant energy. You are a natural channeler. You speak the name and you're instantly connected. Remember to say goodbye every time, sage afterwards, and pray. And also remember, if you are channeling on people, remember to say thank you, because they didn't have to come through. They didn't have to. Especially if, you're making a living off of it. Yeah. Confirmation. Say thanks. You are going through an ascension. Head is shaved in some way. Baby mama or daddy. I smell the smelly smell of something smelly. You could, if this came through at some point in time, you could have felt it. You could have smelled something that was off. You could tasted something that was off. Something just didn't sit right in your stomach the morning that you woke up and you ended up throwing up. It could be something like that. You sensed, I gotta contort myself here. You sensed something. And when you did, you immediately took action. You're like, oh no, bitch. And you know what? With that being said, this could have been somebody that you knew and trusted. The fact that you didn't think that somebody would do this to you tells me that somebody was close to you. They knew what to get. They were told what to get and they went and got it. And that, yeah. We have Kingpin. Somebody could be a big boss. Somebody could be holier than thou. Okay. So with this world-class freaking witch warlock, the fact that they do this all the time may think that, oh yeah, I can definitely do it to that person. For sure. I'm the shit. not realizing the holier than thou was the person that we're doing the magic on. They're holier than you are. What the fuck you thought was going to happen? Take them to court and sue the crap out of them. I'm talking spiritual court. This is probably won't be like you can't. I think Europe, I think United Kingdom, Great Britain, or something like that. They actually can take people to court for doing spell work. I think. Hold on a second. Let me look. Can people be sued for spell work in UK? Okay. So you cannot be successfully sued merely for casting spells, as the UK's legal system does not recognize supernatural powers. However, spell work can result in civil lawsuits or criminal charges if it involves fraud, harassment, malicious communication, or real-world physical or financial harm. Now, with real-world harm, if spell work involves mundane actions that cause injury, property damage, or financial loss, such as tampering with someone's property name of a ritual, the victim can sue for damages or press criminal charges. That's pretty fucking cool. They don't do that here in the US, but in the UK, yeah. You can publicly accuse someone of being a witch, cursing you, or practicing dark magic. You could be sued for defamation. If you publicly accuse somebody, you can be sued for defamation. Yeah, so there's that, which is understandable. But, yeah. There you go. Okay, but I'm getting, like, if you live in UK and you know they're doing this to you, and you have proof and you found out about it or some shit like that, take them to court, sue the crap out of them. However, I'm getting that if you do your return to sender and just give it to the universe, they're going to handle it for you. They're going to take their spiritual asses to court and rock that ass, like, for real. Alright, so I'm going to get this cleared up. I'm going to get into your oracles. Alright. Okay, so faith is out here, soul, partners, and healing. The fact that partners are out here, I'm getting the Bonnie and Clyde, partners in crime. Like, there was a couple of people who were involved in this. Ninth house, faith, that's about spirituality, higher learning. So they're trying to fuck with your, like, crown chakra. Because, like, somebody could be a palm reader, somebody could be using the Ouija board, or I use the gravel letters. So somebody can be somebody could be like that, and that's why they're trying to take it. And with the moon here, somebody could be a master number 33. Somebody could be a life path number 8 and a life path number 2. I'm a life path 2. And then seventh house part. So then we have Shadow Song. This is a new book that I got. It's called The Secret Language of Darkness. It helps you work on your shadow self. Okay. Music is transformative. It can take you through and beyond present states of heart and mind and connect you with the memories, feelings, hopes, and dreams. The music you play when you are sad or despondent provides a pathway for your shadow to work with your consciousness to help you find balance and healing. Music bypasses the mind and penetrates the heart so you can free emotion. It may feel uncomfortable, raw, or chaotic at first. However, music gives you a safe way to be with and explore feelings so you can become comfortable with them and healing can begin. And that's Chiron is healing out here. So it looks like they just want this to. Okay, so what the oracles are basically saying, they want you to transmute this energy. Turn it into something positive. If you feel it, rebuke it. Just, like, whatever it is, say, I rebuke that energy. It's not me. Keep saying that until it goes away. Okay? Alright, just keep saying, I rebuke that energy, it's not mine. I rebuke that energy, it's not mine. As long as you do that, it'll go away. Like I said, maintain your spiritual maintenance. Do return to senders. If you feel something coming on to you, rebuke it immediately. Okay. Alright, so should I do Scrabble letters? No. Okay. What I might do at the very end of all this is actually do like a huge Scrabble poll and see what names come out at the very end. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright, but that's what I got for you guys for pile number 1. Thank you for coming by. Like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next one or another pile if you chosen it. Alright, love y'all. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. So you were or are someone's sacrifice. Okay, I think they've done this to you before. That's why they think they're trying to do it again, because it says soon, not yet, but very soon, this year. So far, but yet so close. I feel like they've done it before, that's why they're coming back. I'm getting a coming back energy. So, this is pile number 2. If you chose the yellow block, you're on pile number 2, and you are someone's sacrifice. You have been sacrificed. Spells, rituals, and hexes. Oh my. Who, what, when, where, why, how. The Harry Potter deck that I have is being used for the why. And I did a little bit of research on the cards here. And oh buddy. So the first card that we have out is Grim. Grim is the omen of death. Someone has gotten a message of concern that the omen of death is that death is basically coming for them, right? That's what happened there. So Hedwig, right, click over. There we go. Hedwig, it's been a long time since I've seen the movie and read the books, honestly. Hedwig is known to be incredibly intelligent and fiercely loyal, but also occasionally sassy and temperamental if she felt ignored or confined. I feel like at this point somebody feels a little trapped. I feel like between a rock and a hard place. Now, if they haven't done this before, the reason why I feel like they've done this before, maybe to you or someone else, is because they seem to know that you are what they need in order to survive. Then we have the werewolf, and this here, it says a werewolf is a human who transforms into a vicious, mindless, wolf-like beast during the full moon. Somebody did some type of full moon ritual. The condition is an incurable, highly prejudiced, magical affliction. The most prominent werewolf in the series is Remus Lupin, a beloved professor and member of the Order of the Phoenix. Somebody could be a teacher. You or them. Somebody could be a member of some type of society, fraternity, brotherhood. I mean, you could be looking at Freemasons, just anything. But somebody is, I'm getting what this says prominent. Somebody is a prominent member to their society, whether it's society like all over, or like to their town, to their city, to the school if they are, and somebody could be a redhead too. Because I'm looking at Remus Lupin right now, he's a redhead, so somebody could be a redhead. Doesn't have to be. So there's that. So I feel like with the werewolf, it's telling me like, in a sense, like who's doing it. But I feel like it's a change. Because somebody's going from one thing to another. So it's like a transformation. And with the Grim here, it's not really a good transformation. This is a transformation that they realize that they're, with this vicious, mindless wolf, like they might be going to hell. They've got a message or a message of concern that death was coming from them. They're feeling pretty caged right now. They're feeling confined. Like, oh shit, I have a certain amount of time to get this done. And it says this year, soon. Not yet, but very soon. Like this can so far, but yet so close. And then with mer person, I looked up the definition of mer person in the book. Okay. Mer people have a reputation for their warlike tendencies and history of dragging people underwater to their deaths. Like I said, history. This person has done this before, whether with you or somebody else. But now they're getting a message of concern saying, like, yeah, you're going to die. And with yellow eyes, I'm getting something about jaundice. Somebody can have really bad teeth. Encountering a mer-person colony can be intimidating, if not life-threatening. Mer people come in many different forms, including Muros, Sirens, and Selkies, all of whom have been responsible for the death of many mesmerized sailors. Mer people have a tense relationship with wizard kind, particularly due to their classification as beast rather than being by the ministry. So with the beast, it's giving me, and then the fact that you have the werewolf, another beast, this is a lower entity that they were giving to. Obviously, any type of dark magic spells, ritual, or hexes that is not meant for good, you are dealing with lower entities. And when you deal with lower entities, a lot of the times there comes a price, and the price usually comes with your own life or the life of somebody you love, and it looks like this person is willing to sacrifice you. This could be a family member. Then we have Hermione's wand. Dragon Heartstring produces powerful magic, including a motorcycle, with high capability for learning. Owners usually seek greater purpose and vision. So it looks like the reason why is that the person that they're going after is going to give them exactly what they... I don't know if this is going to be an actual, I sacrifice you in the sense of death. Or I sacrifice your stability for mine. Like, I sacrifice your stability so that way I continue to have my stability. So if it's the omen of death to finances, then they're going to try and sacrifice your finances. But what I'm getting with this is more like life. Somebody got an omen of death, a mark for death message concern. They're feeling caged, like, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Dealing with beast-like energies, they know they're going to go to hell. And with vision here, like, they know this. Owners usually see greater purpose. So it looks like they're looking, either they don't know who they want to sacrifice yet, and they don't know that it's you yet, or they know that it's you because they've done it before. Somebody could be born in April. I see 4 out here twice. That's giving me April, and now I'm seeing 7 and 7. We're about to be in June, and after June is July. And so something might be happening in July. We have the J out here, and then we also have 7 out here. Somebody could be a life path 2 as well. But this is almost in 2 months. This could be happening in 2 months. So maybe by the end of July. I would say 4 weeks to 2 months, or 2 to 4 months. Now, then we have the Swedish short snout dragon. So when I looked up this guy, appearance, striking silvery blue skin, which makes it highly attractive to hunters. Its hide is frequently used to make protective shields and dragon hide. Thank you, motorcycles. So there's something about your aura that is highly attracted to this hunter, so that way it can protect him, like make a protective shield. Maybe they have to just be in your energy. This could be somebody you haven't seen in a very long time, and they just have to be in your energy in order to get it. Okay, and now when I'm saying breath, it says emits a brilliant blue flame hot enough to reduce timber and bone to ashes. One second. Okay, sorry. So it looks like they're trying to use your energy, use you as a sacrifice, so that way you can give them some protection, so that way they don't die. And then we have the shrunken head. And not much in this. I mean, there's a lot to talk about with the shrunken heads, but the one thing that stuck out to me the most is a shrunken head was a head that had to be shrunk and preserved. So that is the why. They need to preserve their vitality in order to live longer, because apparently they were given some type of really bad news. Okay. It's 8. No, don't make me put you in the pen, okay? Because I'm seriously not trying to deal with you right now if I'm doing this. One second, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. So now we got, who might have done it? We have Capricorn, 11th house. Somebody could have a Capricorn in their 11th house. You got, if you know somebody's birth chart, especially if this is family, it'd be easy to get it. But, we have another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising. We got Leo, strong Leo. 4th house. Again, these could be signs that are in these specific houses. It's another earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and 2nd house. And Taurus rules the 2nd house, which is stability and wealth. Okay. And then we have where this went down. Okay. We have the Wild Wild West. Something could have been done or being done out west. Like if you live in the United States, this could be the western states. We also have Central Latin America. We have Southwest. This could have been done where your baby daddy lives. This could have been done where your grandfather lives, or a grandfather known to you lives. Okay? This could be a step-grandfather. This could be the grandfather of your child. The other baby mama or daddy, like when I have these down here, it's where they might live. Okay? Because this is where. So this could be where your baby daddy lives. This could be where your other baby daddy or where your other baby mama lives. Okay? Put it where it needs to go. This could be done where a family friend lives. Baby mama, baby daddy is heavy. Okay? So baby mama could be done where baby mama lives. Simple life. People where they don't live, like may say maybe they do have money, but they kind of just, they don't splurge, they don't spend a whole lot, they're not, flashy or anything like that, and they live a simple life. They could have the money, but just live a simple life. Or this was done where someone lives a simple life. So say the person who's doing this is more of a lavish lifestyle, but the person they went to go get this done by, say if they don't do it, they get somebody to do it for them, they live a simple life. They can be living out in the country. They can be secluded in a big open space or a very secluded area, like up in the mountains or something with the Wild Wild West. Like I said, it could be like Texas. Where a brother lives. Somebody's obviously operating in the south, no, but somebody can live down south, and this could have been down south. Somebody could have done this at a mechanic. So somebody who does witchcraft probably put some, like if this is a death spell, maybe they put some mechanical stuff on your car, like some spell work on your car. Hourglass, this is giving me desert with the sand. It's giving me desert, beach, anywhere where there's sand. And I don't mean like a little bit of sand, like outside sand. No, I mean like as far as the eye can see sand. All right, this could have been done out at a cabin. We have test subject, medical, psychological. Somebody could have done this at a testing facility of some sort, you know, whatever. Song Dynasty. This could have been done in China. I mean, you can hire spiritualists online, so anybody could do it anywhere in the world. It's saying urban sophistication, so with the urban here, I'm getting like somewhere in the city. It's giving me, if you've seen the movie Constantine with Keanu Reeves in it, he goes to this like nightclub or something like that, but only psychics and, you know, spiritually inclined people live, or not live, but go to congregate. What did he call them? Midnight, I think. Yeah. Anyway, but it could be something like that. It could have been done in Asia. Again, we had the Song Dynasty here, so somewhere out in the Asian continent. We have island. Something could have been done on an island. And that doesn't necessarily have to be like an island, say like, you know, Hawaiian Islands or anything like that. Like there could be, for example, there's little tiny small islands on lakes or in lakes, you know what I mean? Or, you know, rivers. You got that little small island you can either walk to or have to ride a boat to, and you can do stuff out there. It's very secluded, it's very alone, nobody's really going to bother you. It could have been done out in the middle of nowhere. Again, we got the Research Institute. It could have been done in some type of research facility or some type of medical facility. Like, say, because like a witch doctor, right? Like I'm getting like a witch doctor. Like a doctor is actually a witch and they do stuff to patients. Like that's fucked up. That could be something. That's wild. Or somebody alchemized something like an elixir of sorts to be able to make you have you drink or put into your food. Do you hear this? Okay. Somewhere that starts with a Y or Z, confirmation, could be relevant. It could, like I said, Y or Z. It doesn't have to actually be an actual state. It could be a city. For example, New York. All right, New Zealand, something like that. All right, so that's where. And then, hold on one second. Let me clear this out. Okay. I also, I'm also getting with this one. Somebody could be considered a shapeshifter. Like somebody could present themselves a certain way to the public, and then behind closed doors, they're like that. Could be an example. Somebody could be. This could also be spiritual jail. Yeah. So somebody's worried that they're going to go to hell. That's what I'm getting with this, because they're getting a message of concern. What that if when they cross over, they're going to go to hell. And I think they're trying to delay the inevitable. Because here's the thing. We all have a timeline that stops. Okay? Every now and like eventually our timeline stops. Alright? This person has been delaying the inevitable from what looks like a very long time. 7, 8, 9. Okay, you got 8, 10, 17. They could have been delaying the inevitable for like the last 17 years. Doing everything they can to make sure that they don't. But here's the thing, like eventually you're going to. So like I guess the best way you can do is do your shadow work and work, repent. You can sit here and delay the inevitable all you want, but if you haven't repented and actually meant it, you're fucked. Like, yeah, you're gonna go straight to the HE double hockey sticks. All right, so this one is going to represent what kind of spell work did they do. It looks like you are going to, like, why did they do it is to preserve the inevitable death that they're going to have to go through, okay, whether this is financial or actual physical death. But in this sense, you are their sacrifice. And you're going to see why I'm also saying that here in a little bit, because we're going to have to pull out your messages, okay? And when I flipped over the pile for your messages, because I put them all together, when I flipped it over, I'll just show you real quick. I got to take the little ones off of it. Listen to this song, My Sacrifice by Creed. You're their sacrifice. All right, let me put this out real quick. So what kind of magic did they do? Death magic, sex ritual. Yeah. I mean, you can plainly see exactly what's going on here. They were trying to take the joy out of a lovely, honest, and prudent person. Somebody could be going through a glow up, and somebody like this person who's been watching them. It seems like, okay, so let's just say this is a family member, and it's a parent. Say this parent has been watching you on social media, glowing up, and this is a parent who has sacrificed you before. You got Mark of the Bustard. A 3-branch symbol that appears on the cloaks of shaman represents communication between the world of resurrection. Then we also got the all-seeing eye. See, remember what I said? Like, he or she has gotten a message of concern that says that you are going to hell when you die. They probably got a reading done. Like, you did some dark shit, you're going there in order to present. You can't, I mean, like, say that they have a year to do this, right? Say they got let's just say they got 1 year to do this. They're going to do everything in their power to make sure to come back into your life before, like, this time is up. They could be sending in a, what do they call it, a honey trap? Is a deceptive tactic where romantic, sexual, and friendly affection is used to lure someone into a compromising situation, usually to extract sensitive information, obtain blackmail material, or test a spouse's loyalty. I don't know if you see, I mean, like, the fact that Grimm came out here, Reaper, Rest in Peace, and then Scorpio, which is also ruler of the 8th house, which is the occult. We have Fall. Fall represents the changing of the seasons where everything begins to die. It's not fully dead yet. It's starting to die. Okay, winter is the symbol for death. Okay, that's when everything dies. Well, technically everything kind of goes in hibernation, but everything kind of looks dead because there's nothing green, there's nothing growing. And the fact that somebody, like I said, somebody could be going through a glow up, and somebody's seeing this and they're getting envious, and they're like, ugh, oh my god, like, but yeah, they want to sit here and be like, oh yeah, you go, you do it. It could be something like that. We got a dog. Somebody can own a dog. Somebody could be the Chinese zodiac of the dog. Here are the dates. Hold on. Let me switch over back to my camera so I can see whether or not you guys can see. Here we go. Courage, the cowardly dog. Somebody might be trying to put on a brave face. We'll get into the science here in a second. And then dragon, Chinese zodiac dragon. Here are the dates. We have fixed. They maintain, uphold, and defend positions, responsibilities, goals. I feel like they're maintain, uphold, and defend positions. I feel like that's what they're trying to do with themselves right now, so that way they don't die. Like their goal at this point, their goal and or desire at this moment is to, what's that movie? Death Becomes Her. Check out Death Becomes Her. And the reason why I said the honey trap is because the fifth house here. Somebody could be trying to pull on your sacral chakra. Hopefully nobody's going to try to assault anyone. Hopefully no one would. Man, protect yourself, please. Because pulling on the sacral chakra can also mean like sexual assault. Somebody could be planning for something like that to happen to you in order for them. Because, like, say they send somebody in, they themselves send somebody in, and they're already a warlock. That's already putting their Grandmaster plan into action. They're sending somebody in to, do something to you. They could pay people to not just unalive, but sexually assault others just to harvest their sacral chakra. They've done it. It's happened. They just don't talk about it. Like I said, you can't go to court. Like I was just talking about in Pile 1, UK in civil charges in the UK, you can sue a person for any type of damage that was done to you, like actual physical, financial damage, if it's based off of some type of spell work. Okay? They don't do that here in the US, but they do that in the UK. So, like I said, the death thing here, something could die. We have Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Libra, Scorpio again, Aquarius again, Libra, Scorpio, Sag. So, what kind of magic? Death magic. For sure. This was death magic. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is straight death magic. Hopefully your parent doesn't try to sexually assault you. Like I said, protect yourself. I wouldn't share, like if you guys haven't seen each other in a long time, I wouldn't allow them to stay in your home. I wouldn't even get a same hotel room with this person. Like, if they want to be like, oh, I haven't seen you in a long time, let's get together. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll get a room and you get a room. Oh, no, we can get one room now. No, because they can also take things of yours. They can take care of yours. My phone just vibrated wherever the hell it's at. Just got it right there. But yeah. So that's the what kind. It's death. Death magic for sure. Somebody could be actually doing animal sacrifices as well, because it's under dark magic and reaper. So somebody could be sacrificing a dog or has sacrificed a dog. Or an animal, just an animal in general. I'm getting that John Wick thing. Like sending somebody in to basically put you in some type of emotional turmoil. If not kill you, put you in such an emotional turmoil that you just either unalive yourself or have somebody end up unaliving you. They want to destroy, they want to put death to your joy, to your family life, to your health. This person's disgusting. This person's seriously disgusting. Okay, so let me clear this out, and then we're going to get into how they are going to go about this. How are they going about this? Like, how are they going to do it? Alright, give me 1 second. I want you to see what I'm starting to pull out here. Do you see this? Are you fucking kidding me? Curtain call? Dude. Third person came out here twice. Okay, it looks like someone is hard at work. Like with this chosen, I'm getting like the lower energies to like a lower lustful energy to be someone who is not divine whatsoever. Somebody who could be a stalker, a narcissist. This could be somebody that it's that honey trap. This is giving me the honey trap. This is giving me the honey trap. They are sending somebody in that they know, this is how they know you very well, because they're like, this person is going to love how this person is. And we're going to make them fall in love with them forever. Remember the love potion. Somebody might be doing something to your drink. Be careful. Like I said, like making some type of elixir or potion or something to give to you. To like, it could be like a date rape drug. So that way they can pull on your sacral chakra and give you some type of STD and or demon. Maybe they're trying to swap whatever demon they got to you. So that way it could be an end. Especially if you're a speaker. I speak your throat chakra. False positive, negative. There could be negative talk around a divine union. Ooh, okay. No, because this coincides with this. Because when we were talking about the mer person, they were talking about how dangerous they were. Their warlike tendencies and history of dragging people underwater to their deaths. So, like, say they successfully get you binded to this person in some way, or maybe through marriage and or an STD. They want you to get married to this person, and then this mermaid came out, right? Warlike people underwater. This is coming with a drink. Just so chakra alignment, just so that way they can get chakra alignment. They want all your chakras all fucked up and to come to them. So that way they can preserve themselves the inevitable. Because this is just racking up more shit though. Like, how stupid are you? Like, yes, it's preserving it. Yes, it may preserve it. Yes, it may delay the inevitable. But guess what? Inevitable is inevitable. It's going to fucking happen anyway. What's that? Hold on. There's a poem. Let me look it up. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. So the poem is called "The Charge of the Light Brigade." Is a famous 1854 poem by Alfred Lord Tennyson that memorializes a suicidal British cavalry assault against a heavily fortified Russian artillery. It recounts the tragic sacrifice of roughly 600 soldiers who courageously rode into the crossfire due to the disastrous military miscommunication. Somebody could be in their 60s. Alright, so the blunder. Due to a confusing, misinterpreted order from British leadership, the Light Brigade, a unit of light cavalry, was commanded to charge directly into a narrow valley heavily fortified with Russian artillery. The attack. Armed mostly with sabers and lances, the men rode directly into the jaws of death. They managed to reach and scatter the Russian gunners, but suffered massive casualties, with roughly 40% of the brigade killed or wounded before being forced to retreat. Somebody could be in their 40s. Ooh, we got courage on here. Do we have courage in the other one? Like in the other deck that we just had out? Weren't you in here? Weren't you in here? Or am I tripping? No, we had the dog, right? And then where's it? Yep, there he is. So that's significant. So how they're going to do this is set you up in a honey trap. Especially if they put a life insurance policy on your ass. Absolutely. Okay, let me get this cleared up, and we're going to get into your oracles and then your general messages. Alright, so we'll do this one first, Earth. You may feel adrift or lost, searching for a place to call home. You may find things that were once meaningful to you now hold little meaning. Like our beautiful planet Earth, you're undergoing a transition and you're struggling to know where you belong right now. Rest assured that these feelings will guide you to do what's right for you. Home is the place within, so focus on and respect your own needs right now. Be kind and patient with yourself. Accept that this is the process you're going through, and even though it feels scary, you won't always feel lost in space. Soon, you'll stop spinning and arrive at your destination. Alright, and then we got water. What did it say about a watery grave? Water element sensing. This might be happening around water. Look, 40. I'm going to say something about 40. Somebody in the 40s. You or them. What was I talking about? Be careful if you are going on vacation, like a honeymoon. Say you're 40 years old and you're going on a honeymoon, and it's by water, or you're going on a cruise. You know how many people went lost at sea on cruises? You hear that? Thea? Okay, just making sure. Alright, judgment. Ooh, judgments. Wait, is this the right one? No, wrong book. But, what did I just say? Somebody was being judged. So, hold on. So I'm going to read it anyway because I feel like I need to read that. Because this was like, I feel like somebody was being under judgment. Someone's behavior, mannerisms, or presence may have become a source of irritation. Look within. You might have asked them to change the behavior, or they may have sensed your subtle disapproval and even tried to accommodate you. When the prickly feeling remains, it is time to go inward. It is easy to judge or diminish someone or something without exploring why these feelings have arisen. Like all feelings, judgment and irritation and criticism are signposts for you. Following them may be uncomfortable and perhaps reveal something you secretly judge about yourself. It can be confronting when your inner critic comes out to play and judge you. Breathe and relax. You have done nothing wrong and you're not being punished. Listen to your inner critic, observe how it speaks and the phrases it uses and any words it emphasizes. I wonder if they misread. You know what's crazy? It's like, say somebody misread a reading. Like, say somebody got a reading and they misread it. And they decided to do something like this. Oh man, when you feel judgment arise, breathe and relax. It is a stress response. Detach and observe your judgment and let it float away, taking a layer of conditioning with it. As those layers lift, your soul truth will begin to reveal itself more clearly. When judgment turns up, be gentle, be still, and let it show the path to liberation. Again, we didn't need to read that, but judgment came out, and I was just like, oh, we need to see what that has to say. All right, because I was looking at it, like, wait, judgment? Wait a minute, this is the water element. So, discard. All right, now we got the right one. 40. Okay. This card represents being connected to the flow of all things. It is also the ability to keep a secret or to work alone in privacy. It is probably best to now allow people or circumstances to not pin you down or hem you in. Frankly, you now have the ability to flow or drift without any situation in the way water is able to move around obstacles very gently and easily. Currently, you may also have a feeling of floating or being adrift. In a sense, it is a type of surrender, maybe in the surrender to the dream. Somebody probably wants you to surrender. Just let it happen. Why won't you just let... It's like, why won't you die? Because I don't want to. How about that? I don't want to die. How about that? Are you coming over here as confirmation? Is that a confirmation? I know, little Miss Leona. How you doing? Okay, let me get back to this. Look inward. Don't worry about the drama that surrounds you. Avoid the commotion. Sit still, float, and trust your inner wisdom. It will not steer you wrong. Okay? It's right there. Alright, so for your small messages, we have the small ones, and then we got your bigger ones. Alright? I want to feel your mouth all over my body. I love the way your lipstick tastes. Maybe you smoked a cigarette or smoked something with this person and they tasted your lipstick or whatever, chapstick, lip gloss. Seeing you makes my day so much better. Face down, ass up. I miss what we had. I can't stop thinking about our night together. You could, and what's crazy is that what I'm getting is that you could probably not have done anything with this person. You could have probably just had a really cool, a nice time together, just to hang out. So it could be something like that. All right. So again, you're somebody's sacrifice. We got My Sacrifice. Listen to the song by Creed. Somebody could be clean shaven. I want to possess you, mind, body, and soul. Divine union. Authority. Somebody could be this could be with somebody who has authority. Rainbow baby. I'm sorry for ever hurting you. Use your identity to get out of legal matters. Authority. Your daughter is the next Earthstar Tribrid. Your child is having bad dreams because of dark magic. Ripper. Somebody with a rainbow baby. Somebody probably had a child after a miscarriage. And they're also doing dark magic against your child. Ripper, again, that somebody with the death thing. You will soon live the life you deserve. Gang member. Somebody probably is getting demoted spiritually. Any air sign is a hater or somebody's hating on an air sign. Gentle, loving, caring. Loose as a goose. They probably want you to be in that energy, that Jezebel energy. So, lock it up. Lessons still need to be learned. You're them. Tang Dynasty, again, that's Asian cosmopolitan culture, advancements in poetry, printing, and art. That could be significant in some way. Not all of it, but parts of it. Or the whole thing. Like I said, put it where it resonates. Regular checkups. Concubine. They could have had it all with you, but chose karmic instead. Same age. Light features, hair, skin, eyes. Rapist, remember what I was talking about? Somebody might be putting something like that date rape drug. Yeah. Pulling on your sacral chakra that way. Matriarch. That would really suck if they hire someone to do that who has an incurable something just to give it. Bruh. Motorcycle. Bike. Influencer. You got pregnant. Somebody might. It says locked down. What I'm getting is locked drawer, but I'm getting locked down. Like somebody wants to lock you down. In pregnancy, sleeping with enemy, or this probably happened. Somebody probably locked you down in pregnancy. You know, you were sleeping with the enemy. Somebody could have long hair. You or them. They pleasure themselves to your pictures. They go through your mail so you don't get specific mail. Meditate. Check your mailbox. You are under investigation because of their lies about you, but now they are under investigation. 66. Arrange your life for maximum satisfaction and enjoyment. We have insurance fraud. Whenever I say something about life insurance policy. You are an earth angel. Some tarot readers need to better understand their channels and not be so arrogant. We may be gifted, but it doesn't make us better than anyone who isn't. Love and light. We have slavery. I put a love spell on you because I want you to be obsessed with me. Facial hair, beard, mustache, sideburns. 222. Speak of yourself with respect and care. Be generous with yourself before giving to others. Somebody could be arrested or has an arrest record. Lock safe. There could be an insurance policy or a hidden will in a lock safe. You can set your ancestors free. Greedy. Tate McRae. Whenever these songs come up, you need to listen. I know. Do some shadow work. Somebody could be separated and or divorced. They want to breathe you in. Just being in your energy could be giving them like ammunition to have something done to you. Just that much. Somebody's hard at work. They took money and property that was left to you in a will and defense now. Mariah Carey, obsessed. Why are you so obsessed with me? I love you more than you could ever know. I'm a slave for you. That's giving me Britney Spears. Somebody's name could be Britney. Chastity. Somebody's name can be Chastity, or somebody's going through abstinence, or is not having sex at all or ever. Interstellar missions. They want you as much as you want them. Below average. Somebody could think that you're below average. Mm-hmm. Robin Hood energy. My son just. Robin Hood energy. I hired a spiritual practitioner to put a spell work on you. We got shameless. A receptionist. They paid your neighbors to watch you come and go. Jezebel. You are in for a treat with this one. 3 to 5 day water fast. First time here, welcome. Rose and Fred West. Didn't we have Wild Wild West that came out the last time? And like where? Rapists, serial killers, incest, kidnappers. Again, a parent could have sexually assaulted somebody. That is a way of sacrificing, especially innocence and sacred. I would be very careful with your children around these type of people. If you have kids, I would highly suggest no contact. Remember to be kind and smile. It's just enough to brighten someone's day or even reveal your haters. Either way, you win. Role play is a must. Star guide. It said that water fast. Detox. Start a weight loss journey. Okay? Alright, that's what I got for pile number 2. Like, share, and subscribe. If you picked another pile, I will see you there. If not, I will see you guys on the next one. Love y'all. Bye. Okay. Hello, pile number 3. If you have chosen the blue block, you have chosen pile number 3. Now, with your pile, it's kind of looking. I'm getting one main thing here, but I'm kind of getting another. So it kind of looks like somebody's. One possibility is that somebody's just being mischievous because maybe they just don't like how loving you are. Like, somebody could be all like this, whereas you're all like, oh, la-di-da, just living life, doing me, loving, doing everything, happy. Maybe you sing a song in the morning. I don't know. Because when they was talking about the Commonwealth Dragon, it's saying how it has a song-like roar. Somebody could be a singer, and somebody just wants to cause a bunch of mischief because we got the Cornish Pixie. And somebody, like I said, somebody could be, maybe somebody just doesn't like how light and blow, when you have a huge aura or your light shines so bright, it brings out people's demons. I swear, it'd be so quiet until I start talking about certain stuff, and then my motorcycle start going off. Theo. Yeah, you, Leo. Yeah, Leo. Leona, little Leona, what are you doing up there? Okay, so it looks like somebody cracked open some type of spell book of theirs and maybe like conjured up some like mischievous fairies, because I'm not getting death in this one really. I mean, we do have God of War out here. Somebody might be willing to go to war with you in the spiritual sense. But with the Bogart here, it's like, it's laughable. Because with the Jack in the Box Bogart, when the Jack in the Box came up, it was a way to make something scary seem funny. So it's like you're this green, sweet dragon that just sings like, oh, what a beautiful day, da-di-da-di-da. This person doesn't like it because, why can't I have, misery loves misery, because their life is shit, like your life has to be shit too. So they're going over and above to try to fuck with you, and it's not working. You're like, ridiculous, and it turns into something else. So this is why they're doing what they're doing, and they've been doing it multiple times, and it's not working. There's blockages, needs more work, not yet. So if you are feeling the sense of some type of work being done to you, you find it laughable. You're just like, seriously, that's all you got? Huh? Ridiculous. That's it. So Blue Moon is coming up on the 31st, by the way. So they might be doing something on the 31st of Sunday, this upcoming Sunday. Somebody might have done something the last harvest moon, the last super moon, or this could be something they're going to do again coming up, because they're taking their time, I guess. But sage your home, cleanse your body, and when you want to cleanse your body, obviously you want to do like a water fast. Most is your best option. Now, keep in mind when you're doing water fast, you can't just straight jump into heavy solid foods right afterwards. Start off with like protein shakes or fruit smoothies, and then go into a little bit on the cleaner side of eating where it comes to like fruits and vegetables for more of a solid. You want to do like, so if you do a 3-day water fast, you want to do a 3-day juice cleanse, right? And then you're going to want to do another 3 days of just like fruits and veggies. And then after that, you can slowly but surely add other heavier, denser foods on. But again, you need to know your body, know your health, know your limits. Speak to a doctor if you must, to be able to figure out if you can do something like that. Intermittent fasting is also a good way to go too if you had to have some type of nutrition, because diabetics have to have something. So you can try intermittent fasting. That might work for you. When it comes to I just thought of something. They might be trying to make something that's going to take time, like it takes the moon cycles to make. Because it kind of is giving me how Hermione made that polyjuice potion, where it takes a month to make it under the under the cycles of the moon. We have heavy fire sign. This could be. I asked like who's doing this, but when I asked, yeah, so I asked who's doing this, but when I asked the pendulum, I'm like, could this also be people who is being done to? And it said yes. So we have Scorpio, Aries, heavy, like I said, heavy fire, Sagittarius, Rabbit. The dates. The dates could be significant. Leo, Cancer. Sixth house has something to do with your routine, your health routine, daily routine, and that's Virgo. And then you also have the sign of the horse, and we are in the year of the horse right now. For where this is being done, like where are they doing this at? They could be like, keep in mind, this could be like around that vicinity. Like you could have anything that's huge, like a huge shopping mall or supermart or super Walmart, or something has the name Giant in it, something like that. We got Northeast, we got Eastern Star, but I'm getting more Eastern. And then you got a main river. We also have Southeast. They can live near a main river. This could be a place where you can get to by bus. This could be around a grandmother, whether yours or theirs. This could be done around where a father lives. We have ancient Egypt. Keep in mind, like, you may not be able to go there, but if you got people who live in the military or travel for work, it is highly possible that people can go to Egypt and get work done. They can go to China and get work done. It all depends on what they do for a living. We also have native. Somebody could be native to that land that they live on in order to do the magic. Like, say, where they get it done, this person has lived all their life, so they're native to that place. The letters MNOP. This could also be done with also who did this. Their first, middle, or last name can be starting with one of these initials, or this can be the initials of somewhere where you live or certain areas where you might know. So if you have an idea, now use your discernment. If none of this fits, don't be making shit up in your life that don't need to be happening, okay? So, see, confirmation. So if if you know for a fact or have a highly intuitive nudge that somebody in your circle, whether it's family or friends or work for that matter, um, just know like this is confirmation that yeah, that's what's going on. Just obviously we don't live in the UK. I don't know where anybody else does it, but the UK you can actually sue people for doing witchcraft on you. Not like heavy stuff, but it's like a civil lawsuit. You could be worlds apart. Somebody could live on one side of the continent and you live on the other, or you can live on one side. Like say for the United States, one person lives on the East Coast, the other person lives on the West Coast, and somebody could be, or like I said, worlds apart. Somebody could have, somebody could live in the United States and had, sent money to somebody like Bitcoin or current, some type of online currency where they can do this type of work. We also got woods or forest. So somebody, go into the forest in the middle of the night. That's creepy. It is so dark and like it's crazy how dark it is when you go into the woods. But then when you come exactly right out of the woods, it's like so much lighter. That's wild. All right. So I'm going to clear this up and we're going to get into how they are doing this and what kind of magic they are doing. Okay? Give me one moment. Hey. Hello. We're back. Okay. So this is what kind of magic did they do? So right away when I got the solar plexus and root out here, I looked it up. I'm like, it's something specific. Magic that is believed to negatively affect the root and solar plexus chakra usually falls into the categories of baneful magic, bane like B-A-N-E, full, binding spells, or psychic attacks. In esoteric and genergy healing traditions, the root chakra governs survival and stability, while the solar plexus governs personal power and confidence. Oh, is it called the babysitter? Is that what it's called? The babysitter? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's called the babysitter. Um, A 12-year-old Cole finds out his beloved babysitter belongs to a murderous satanic cult of teenagers. Cole must put his crush for his babysitter aside and escape their grasp before they sacrifice him for personal gain. Maybe this might be a crush of yours. Maybe there's some type of crush. Maybe you both, you could have a crush on somebody, or you both could have a crush on someone, and they thought it'd be a big fucking laugh to sit here and cause with light and consciousness to sit here and cause a bunch of chaos to your light, your conscious, and to get you angry, get you out of sorts, to affect. Oh man, yeah, okay, what a dick. what a that's some bitch ass energy shit. Okay. It's like say this is say you're a girl and this is a guy doing this to you. What the fuck? So it looks like somebody thought it'd be a fun idea to fuck with you because what is it called? Your light irritates their demons. Not my fault you suck. Right? Right? Yeah. It's not our fault you fucking suck. Do better. Get your shit together. Get your head out of your ass. They want to take away your protection, health, and restoration. They want you to take your ability to create. They want to take away your inspiration. So signs here, we got Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag. You know what I just noticed? That there's a one on here for first house, which is Aries, and then the little birds that I put up there kind of like look like the Aries symbol. Somebody could be born in 87, 78, 75, 85. One second. Okay. Now, you both could have a crush on each other, and the reason why is because there's another oracle that I got. It is the Lover's Oracle. Okay? They asked me to get this one out for this one. Okay? So, both of you could have a crush on each other, and one of y'all decided to be a little bitch and do some energy work on somebody. Because why? Because you didn't like how confident they are. Was the bar set too high? You want to diminish their confidence and make them feel yeah. Oh my goodness. These people. These people. So what kind of magic? I think I went over it, but let's just be sure. Yeah, baneful magic, binding spells, or psychic attacks. Especially towards your root and sacral chakra. Okay. So binding and tethering spells, often involving cords, knots, or poppets. These aim to restrict your freedom, drain your physical energy, and anchor you to a specific negative situation or person. Energy draining or vampirism. Targeted intentions or curses intended to siphon away your life force, leaving you feeling chronically fatigued or ungrounded. Fear and doubt manifestation. Spells cast with the intention of inducing paranoia, trauma, or a deep sense of unworthiness, which naturally attack fundamental security of the root and the self-esteem of the solar plexus. So that could be that. And then we have hexes and curses, broadly classified as intentions designed to cause misfortune, disrupt your sense of inner peace, and sabotage your material success and physical health. If you believe your energy is being targeted or restricted by practitioners, recommended spiritual cleansing, energetic cord cutting, or rigorous grounding. Working with specific elements and crystals, such as grounding with black tourmaline for the root, or empowering yourself with tiger's eye in the color yellow for the solar plexus, is also a common approach to restoring balance. Well, that was good. Alright, so let me clear this up and we're going to get into how are they going about this, okay? I'm going to show you what I literally just put down. What was I just saying? I was just going to, as soon as I said all these down, I was going to click on. That literally just came down. We were just talking about that. Okay? They are trying to they're trying to make you overeat. They're trying to make you, say if you work up a habit with going to work, taking care of your pets, taking care of yourself, like going to working out and stuff, they're trying to negatively affect that. We got the West here. This could be in the sense of somebody could live to the west of you, or they're doing things around dusk or twilight, like in the evening, not fully dark yet, but almost I want to say it's that civil twilight. And they with fortune and expansion, it said they gave some type of demonic offering. Like an offering to a demonic force, like some type of dark entity. They want to make sure you have a frozen heart. They want to affect your strong work ethic. Look, it says diligent, dependable, strong, determined. They want to affect that. Patriots, divine twin. Oh, you suck. Okay. All right. Let's say this crush, right? Man or woman, woman, man, doesn't matter. Okay, so let's just say this is the dark crush. This is the crush that's doing the dark shit, right? And this is the light crush. The light crush that's really sweet and caring, loving, and gives is there when you need them. And there could be chemistry between you two. But like I said, your light can be irritating somebody's unhealed shadow self, irritating their demons, and they want to put you down. Them rejecting you in any sense of the word. Like say, and it could be little bits, like little bits added on and on and on, right? It could be something like that. They are using that as a way to break your confidence. Like you can sit there and like what's that saying? When you extend an olive branch to somebody, and it doesn't even have to be in the sense of like trying to reconcile from an argument. This could be in the sense of like like you're just you know something's there. You're just trying to see where it goes, and they give you that energy like they want the same, but then immediately pull away. If that makes sense. Like they're playing with your they're playing with you, and then it's a oh okay, Katy Perry, you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down, it's black and it's white, we fight, we make up, we kiss, we break up, or something like that. Doing something like that will cause this to start happening. Like it will actually cause it to start, like it's like an icebreaker. Them getting you to a lower point of self-confidence or self-esteem or something like that is going to allow this stuff to come in and start negatively affecting you. Like, especially if they know that you're a stress eater, they're going to try and stress you the fuck out. You know what I mean? They're going to fuck with your balance. Shy. Ophiuchus. And career, long-term goals, structure. Yeah, so how they're going to go about doing this is that they're just going to sit here and try and cause you strife at work. They're going to try and manipulate you to get mad and angry. But it looks like you're getting to the point, like if this isn't you already, if you don't already know what this is going on, you're blocking bitches. Like if you're pulling back your energy. If you work with certain people, you'll keep it casual, you keep it civil, but you're going to keep it pushing. You're not going to interject yourself with them anymore because you know what they're doing now. And because of that, you're just gonna keep your distance. And unfortunately for them, because you do that, it's going to rebound. And they're going to, quite honestly, if they're trying to do this to you, like they're gonna be the ones that start overeating. They're the ones that are gonna start violent outbursts at work. They're the ones that are going to start getting involved with people that are going to give them the same fucking energy. Okay, because this is giving me the never-ending story where Atreyu goes to the mirror gate. Okay, and they say that in the mirror gate, it doesn't sound so like they just they have to meet and face their true self. And when they meet their true self, it all depends. Strong men find out that they are really weak. Brave men find out that they're real cowards. Some men have even ran away screaming. So it's like something like that. They're going to end up dating or being with people who are just like them, or if not worse. The fact that my son's dog just like darted out of nowhere, like, I'm out, get me out of here. Something like that. But no, I think, did she go potty? Hold on a second. I haven't had, so I'm trying to train her to go teach me, not teach me, but tell me when she needs to go potty. 1 second. Yeah, she did. We're good. Okay. So it looks like they're trying to kind of give the impression that they are a divine twin, but they're just trying to affect you. And honestly, I would just, if that's the point, if that's what time frame, if this is the timeline that they are on, it's best to just keep it platonic and keep it pushing. Cleanse your energy, do what you got to do. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. Capricorn again. Leo, Scorpio, Sag. I mean, not Leo. Libra, Scorpio, Sag. And then we have Sag, Pisces, Cancer, Libra, Virgo. Yeah. Oh, yeah, these dates might be significant. Okay. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and clear this up, and we're going to get into your oracle and a little bit of messages, and then we're going to get into your main messages. Okay, this is a new book deck that I got. It came with this book. It's called The Secret Language of Darkness. So we have 18, Surrender. Let your soul wisdom lead the way. You have been trying to control a situation or force a desired outcome. You are scared of what may happen if you let go and trust. The universe is to guide you. However, surrender allows dreams to fall into the elegant love of your soul's wisdom so they can grow. At first, letting go may feel uncomfortable, but it is less painful than what brought you here. Yes, stepping into the unknown can trigger unpleasant emotions, but the energy of surrender will embrace you in grace. It transports Okay. At first, letting go may feel uncomfortable, but is less painful than what brought you here. Yes, stepping into the unknown can trigger unpleasant emotions, but the energy of surrender will embrace you in grace. It transports you beyond beyond space and time, so you can see, feel, and hear about things differently. Move beyond the obvious and assumed, and relax into your soul's perspective. From this elevated outlook, you will be able to consider all that is beneath, above, and surrounding your present circumstances, and fresh energies, opportunities, inspirations, and answers will magically appear. And we got 37, anger. We had anger that came out. Oh, this is just coming out like projection. Somebody might be projecting their anger onto you. Restoring boundaries, reclaiming balance. Loudly defiant, simperingly silent petulantly petty. Anger can manifest in our bodies, minds, and hearts in many ways, so much so that the bearer may not recognize when their reactions, motivations, and feelings are arising from anger. A situation may be causing you frustration right now. Tune into your reactions and consider what they are telling you. Your sense of security and fairness may have been shaken, and it's okay to be angry. However, your reactions shape your world, and so moving your anger out of the shadows can lead to expansion. Anger can reveal lifelong patterns that limit your growth. It may be easy to blame others for our anger, but in doing so, our own needs remain unexplored and disregarded. Waiting for someone or something out of your control to change so that you can stop being angry is futile. Okay? Alright, so these messages. You got a new beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it in your dreams passionately. Okay. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as an ocean. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul. For there you will find true bliss. Power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Twin flames. Your passion ignites. Oh man, your twin flame could have done this. You could have had a sexual union with somebody. Somebody could just be jealous of their partner. And this could have been a twin fucking flame. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay, there's that. That over there. We have, in the small ones, we have, I miss you. I want your hands around my throat while you are deep inside. Okay. Alright, we have built. Somebody could be built, or somebody builds with their hands. We have round. Somebody could be well-rounded, or, round aesthetics. 222 on the clock. Stargate project. Somebody could be a starseed. Earth star. Secret admirer. Akashic records. 777. Accept your role and journey as a spiritual light for others. Somebody could be seen as a guinea pig. Maybe somebody's not. Maybe somebody who's inexperienced might be trying to see whether or not if they can perform some type of magic on you. They did dark magic on your child. That's why your child is acting weird. They love the way you say their name, the way you look at them, the way you walk, and your lips. Master Manifester. The light and the dark work together to protect you. Big fortune is on the way. Dark witch. Earth angel children. Narcissist. Slayer. All about the boobs. I didn't know. They probably didn't know that you were their twin flame. And they fucking did this shit to a twin flame. They're dumb as shit. Somebody be well endowed. That's probably goes with rounded. Hidden camera. Somebody could be watching you. I mean, even if you don't have hidden cameras in your house, somebody could be filming you when you're walking out and about. Or filming you from, or watching you from hidden accounts. We got sorority. We had divine warlock, 44. Spending time alone in contemplation will open you up to angelic guidance. Demonic. Multiple lifetimes, less than 50. Somebody's gonna have to deal with like demonic karmic lifetimes for like less than maybe 50 or less. Lactose intolerance. Write a book that's you. Pear-shaped. Your energy balances out karmic justice. Karmic feminine masculine. Lip biting. Deep eye contact. Fingernails down the back. They want to throw you around, or they want you to throw them around. Complete romantic. All about the butt. Somebody's all about the boobs and all about the butt. Maybe they like how you're stacked. We did have well endowed. Maybe somebody has boobs and butt. You're a different kind of dark empath. You understand darkness but live in the light. You choose to do good. To do and be good. Remember to take your vitamins. Back shots. Some vitamin D. That's funny. 88. Avoid letting yourself be guided by fear of judgment by others. You are worthy of all your desires. Step sibling. 999. You have completed a deep cycle of learning and expansion. Rest before the next period of growth and opportunities unfolds. Shaman ancestry. Divine witch. As above, so below. They want to hear you moan in their ear and say their name. Beautiful smile. Sending confusion spells. Plays people like a fiddle. Closer. 9 Inch Nails. Listen to the song. How's it hanging? Short, shriveled, and to the left. I love that movie, Liar, Liar. Somebody's a liar. Comedian. Jim Carrey's a comedian. Okay. Below 5. I'm not saying this is about Jim Carrey, but I'm just saying, like, the fact that these two came out. Somebody can be, like, funny compared to the other one. Or somebody can make the other laugh a lot. Somebody can be chubby, but not yet overweight. A member of the Fae community. It is a matter of the heart. Someone's got the magic stick. 77. The angels are delivering messages and signs to everyone around you. Bonnie and Clyde. Robbers, burglars, murderers. Somebody could see you as their Bonnie and Clyde or some shit like that. 444. Take responsibility for your learning and progress. Being the first at something gives you a spotlight to illuminate the path for others. Raise your vibrations. Especially if somebody's sending you magic or you feel off and they're trying to fuck with you, definitely raise your vibrations. Herbalism. You will get married and have children with the man of your dreams. Exercise. Closed off. Do your return to senders. It's working. You are detaching your energy every day. Keep going. He pimps out his girlfriend in order to make rent, pay bills, and get drugs. Gentle body caresses. Dreads. Go to school and get your destined career. I'm getting like somebody needs to go back to school. Your new co-worker wants you fired. Jealousy, envy. We're talking about that too. Air tags. Tile tracker on your vehicle. Cuddler. Shit has hit the fan. Ian Brady and Myra Hindley. Rapists, child molesters, kidnapper. We got a couple out here. You know what I'm getting now? I'm getting that scene from Casper, the friendly, Casper, the friendly ghost. Casper, where they're at the party, the Halloween party, and Kat's date was supposed to be there, but he and this other girl end up going together, and I guess they were going to like embarrass her. And their costume was him having her on top of his so like she was basically going to be sitting on his shoulders, and there were going to be this really tall ghost ghouly thing. And then as they looked in the mirror, and she's like, "Wow, we look amazing." He's like, "Let me see." He's like, "Cool." And then all of a sudden the ghost comes through and said, "Thank you." Like the ghostly trio, Stretch, Stinky, Fatso. They came through and like, "Thank you," and scared the shit out of them. And they go running through the crowd, like scared this crowd, like screaming and everything. Shit has hit the fan, literally. fighter. So, you got your spirit team, got your back. Body and facial markings, piercings, tattoos, freckles, moles, mated for life. They want to know what you look like naked. Weight gain. Possessed. Knight. Somebody could want to be your knight in shining armor. I love you so, 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 so much. I had to put the U on there. That was bothering me. Bedroom eyes. Remember just to be healthy and capable and rebirth. Alright? That's what I got for you guys. I will see you on the next one. Like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, love y'all. Bye.